in the book of John, if you read from chapter 3, he said there was a man of the Pharisee. His name happened to be Nicodemus. He is also a ruler of the Jew. So this is a man, he's a Pharisee. He has a name, Nicodemus. He is also influential because he is a ruler. He's not an ordinary person. He's somebody that has influence. His opinion matters in his society. Among the Jews, we know that the Jews are known for, creativity. So this one that happened to be a ruler among the Jews is somebody that, has achieved one or two things. But out of curiosity, he decided to make an inquiry from another individual that lived in their days. In spite of the fact that he's a respected individual, he saw the activity of another person that caught his attention. Now, what did he do? Which is very, very important. I'm going to draw lessons from this conversation because I've come to know that they are part of the things that helps us to stay relevant. So he decided to do a secret meeting, call it an inquiry from Jesus. Remember, this man is a ruler. He has results. He has followership. But I think he wanted to remain relevant because the day you stop learning, you start dying. If you don't improve yourself on a daily basis, you will become obsolete. And the moment you become obsolete, you will be thrown into the trash bin. You are relevant to the degree of your updates. Okay? Some of us have devices that we use. If those devices are not updated, many a times they malfunction. The same is for human being. And that's why you see a lot of people, even though they are alive, but they are malfunctioning. When they talk, you ask if these people are still living in this world. When they talk, you wonder from which angle they are breathing from. Because of what? They are obsolete. When you hear them talk, as though we are living in the past, in Stone Age. So this person doesn't want to appear like that. So he saw somebody who has better results or fascinating results. So he went to him to make an inquiry. And without mixing words, Jesus will not lie. He will not deceive. It's not like some of our friends today, some of our neighbors today, that if you ask them simple question, they just lie to you. They tell you what they want you to hear and not what you need to hear. They just deceive you. And then you go about doing those things that they are telling you and you will not get results. Many a times the things we find on social media, they are not the truth. They are just deceptions. And that's why a lot of people are being deceived. They hear this person, that this is what this person did, and this one happened, and they kept on doing all of those things, and nothing is happening. But Jesus, being the truth, so whatever comes from him is authentic, is something that is verifiable. How come you are having such results that you are having? He said, we know that you are a teacher sent from God, but the result you have here is not common result. Nobody can do this thing you are doing except God is with him, except there is something extra. Ordinarily, these results are not possible. So Nicodemus wanted to know what is behind the force that gives the result Jesus was producing in his days. So this formed the basis of my conversation. I'm not going to keep it too long. And Jesus told him, for you to have my kind of results, because actually that is what you are asking for. You want to have my kind of results? It is possible only if you would be willing to become the person you have never been before. So, in order for us to be relevant, to stay consistent in life, we need to, first of all, challenge ourselves, challenge our views, challenge our belief system. Challenge is what will lead to change. Question is what will lead to change. Interrogation is what will lead to change. Until we come to the point where we begin to question the things we have believed over the years, we will not be ready to make the necessary improvements in our life. Man is a product of his thinking. Man is a product of his thoughts and ideology. If you have lived 40 years or less or more, and then the results you always have is fixed, and you desire a change in your results or productivity, learn from this person. He wanted something new, so he decided to make inquiry. And the response of Jesus, Jesus said, marvel not. Don't be surprised, because the man was surprised. He had something he has never had before. A view he has never gotten from anywhere before. That was why he was surprised. He said, for you to achieve something you have never achieved before, you need to become somebody you have never become before. So, it begins from you. Are we willing to question our ideology? The things you hold dearly, why do you believe those things? Sometimes let us sit down and ask ourselves, why do I believe this thing? The things you have been doing, have you ever sat down to ask yourself, why am I even doing this thing? Why? We need to question our belief system, question our view to life. The other day, I made a video that we should be collaborative, because there is always the other side of the coin. There is a giving and receiving angle. That for the fact that people have contrary view from what you're saying doesn't mean that they are your enemies. No, that God is intentional in his work, and then for him to create us in the image where we have diverse view, it is for a purpose. But the moment somebody seems to disagree with you, people get offended. Have you ever asked yourself why? Is it that because you are proud? Ego is playing. Let's ask ourselves some questions. Why do I feel irritated when people, criticize my work? Why? If people criticize my comments, why do I feel irritated? Why? I told somebody some years ago, I said, if you're spoken to in the line of duty, don't take it personal. Keep it with the job that you're doing. Because if not for that job, you will not have any connection with that individual. If you're queried, they didn't query your person, they queried your job, not you. So we need to begin to question our belief system, our ideologies. Let's begin to interrogate yourself. Because until we begin to do that, we are not ready for change. For you to achieve what you have never achieved before, you need to become who you have never become before.